Ni'm al-Wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Thursday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Well, it's raining already, so if you're stepping out, you know what to do, all the precautionary measures that have to be taken. You need a raincoat, you need an umbrella, you need something to keep you warm, and especially for the younger ones, you need some clothing to keep them warm. It's important for their safety and for them to know that you love them and to show them all the love and care and affection. So get those ones. Just a quick reminder also that I want to say thank you to Sonar Fashions in Tamale for my outfit, and 0246-590-162. That's 0246-590-162. Sonar Fashions is in Tamale, and you can always call them for something special for yourself, especially as the sunlight approaches. Also to remind you that Sunday is Father's Day, and the women can pretend that they haven't heard that Sunday is Father's Day. Well, we are informing you and reinforcing the communication and information that Sunday is Father's Day. So Sunday, please make time to celebrate fathers. Sunday is Father's Day. We know that it's not an easy road to go to the labor ward, etc. All the stories that are told and the things that are said. But Sunday is Father's Day. While we thank Sonar Fashions in Tamale for my outfit, and while we also remind you to be careful on the road, and for you to know that it's slippery and to provide some warm clothing for your children, we want to remind you that Sunday is Father's Day, Tom. So all the women, all the daughters, all the wives, all the mothers, please, Sunday is Father's Day. Sunday is not responsible Father's Day. When it gets to Mother's Day, we wish everybody. When it gets to Father's Day, then we start being picky. Oh, responsible Father's Day. No. Sunday is Father's Day. Every father is a father. So please, keep it at the back of your mind. We beg you. Sunday is Father's Day. Tom, thank you. Now, because Sunday is Father's Day, we're going to have a conversation later on 3FM 92.7. I entreat you to listen. There's always an unwelcome visitor in your path. We call it prostate cancer. And we'll discuss that extensively at 8 o'clock. Also, we will talk about the financial pilolo of the Ghanaian worker, the chaskele that is happening in your pocket at 9 a.m. So you should make time to listen. This weekend is also 3FM Baby Fair. It's happening at the Marina Mall, and you should bring your family and friends there so that we can all have fun. Now, please take me to the Global Fund. They have a beautiful letter written to the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And Nana, before I read this letter to you, I want to beg you, Nana. I want to beg you again, sir, and beg you one more time. I know that you don't like the tag clearing agent. I know you don't like it at all. And while your actions say otherwise, that you are interested in clearing people of doing the wrong things, you still have fought it for all these years since it was first introduced that you are not a clearing agent. You don't like it, that's fine. It's like your mates giving you a nickname that you don't like. You don't like it, but they call you by that name anyway because they see you to be who they think you are. And it doesn't lie in your mouth for you to tell people what you think you are. The people who experience you will be the best to describe you. So Nana, you don't like the tag of a clearing agent. But on this occasion, regarding the matter of us having gotten free medicine from the Global Fund in respect of HIV, AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria, and some other equipment to help people in that predicament to be able to also smile and live as active members of society, we beg you to be a clearing agent. Because it is so embarrassing, so distasteful, and so underwhelming that somebody decides to give you free medicine. That person's free medicine came also with some money after you had told the people that, oh, well, you have brought the medicine, but because of our tax regimes at the port. And with tax regimes, we know who imposed the taxes at the port. AU, ECOWAS, and the nation called Ghana. Now, you have imposed these taxes, and you are telling the people to add some more money. So, no problem. They added some money. Now, we are saying that there's a supposed third party somewhere, 7 million Ghana cedis somewhere, and the medicines have been at the port for more than a year. Are we waiting for the medicines to expire before we come back? And then we'll go back shamefully to the Global Fund again and tell them to give us money to go and dispose of these medicines for HIV, for tuberculosis, and for malaria. Let me tell you, if you don't add your voice to this as a citizen, to beg the president to, on this occasion, be our clearing agent and clear the medicines from the port, what it means is that if somebody has tuberculosis and they are not on their medication and they get closer to you, the doctors say you stand a very, very high risk. Very high risk. Look, there's an interview I had with the Global Fund guys in studio here on Monday. I'm going to play a bit of it for you. How the Global Fund boss described what is happening in Ghana and how he described our people. It's an in-studio conversation, Oliver. How he described the Global Fund guy, how they described us as a people, as Ghanaians, how they described what is happening. Listen.
From here. Okay, so we are going to issue another statement today.
Right.
A strong-worded one, of course. And in that statement, we are announcing a demonstration.
Okay.
A very huge demonstration. I would like to use this platform to appeal to all well-meaning Ghanaians who care about the health of our population to join us in this demonstration. The planned date is 25th of this month, and we will, on that day, present a petition to the president, because we are very surprised that this issue has been going on for how many weeks now, and up to now, there has been no executive action on this. So we are calling on all Ghanaians to support us in this action.
Is this the first time that Ghana is receiving such free medication and this delay has happened? Is this the first time?
In fact, it is the first time this is occurring anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world?
Anywhere in the world.
Where
And the Global Fund told us, the Global Fund told our health minister, told the parliamentary select committee chair, he told all of us that this is the first time anything like this is happening anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. It's so embarrassing. And what was worse, I mean, I felt like running under the table when the man told us that he's surprised about what is happening in Ghana, because Ghana is a country that doesn't lack human resources. Can you believe that?
Literally telling us that you have the people, but your people are not thinking.
Exactly.
That's what it means.
I mean, it's very embarrassing. Ghana is a country that doesn't lack human resources. So I can't understand what is happening in your country. And this way is worse. This is indefensible. This is inexcusable. These were his words. In front of all of us.
The white man looked our minister of health.
Yes, and
our parliamentary representatives.
Everybody was there and told us.
Director General of Ghana Health Service.
Everyone was there. And he told us, this is indefensible, this is inexcusable. We are tired of explaining to the donors what is happening in your country. Can you imagine? How low can we sink as a country? How low can we sink? How low? To the extent that the health of the people no longer matters to us. We have gone down into an abyss of total moral decadence.
Mr.
It's only about people's self-interest, nothing else about the population, matters to any other person.
Mr. Chairman, are there political undertones?
We don't know.
Well, he doesn't know if there are political undertones. And you heard from the horse's own mouth. Interim chairman. The white man says, we do not lack the human resources. So he does not understand what is happening in our country. This is inexcusable. And he uses all those words. Literally, he's telling us that we have the people, but we are not thinking. I don't want to believe that we have the people and yet we are not thinking. Look, there's a man who has the ears of the president. He's called Dr. Nsiasari. He was a former Director General of the Ghana Health Service. He understands what's going on better than any of us. Dr. Nsiasari. He understands what's going on better than any of us. Listen to him share his frustration as well. Listen to him.
Yes, it's an unfortunate situation. You know, I've been a Director General of Ghana Health Service before, so I know about global fund commodities which come into the country. Normally, when they are coming, we get to know about it.
Right.
Then you have to prepare yourself to clear them for the port as quickly as possible. I got to know about it very late. We started working on it seriously. We are still working on it. I don't think all of them have been cleared.
That's true.
Yes, which we are still working on it. Because if you leave things in the port for a long time, it will create damages.
3FM
That's where the problem is.
92.7.
And I say every time that damages are payment of inefficiency. If you are inefficient, you pay demurrage. If you are not very careful, all of us will have MDR, as the resistant TB. And it becomes a problem. You are just walking, and there's somebody who has it will then infect you.
It's a public health
threat. It's a public health issue. It's a threat. And I believe that anybody who is listening to me that is supposed to do something about it should just sign the paper and let us move on and clear all of them from the port. And to me, I was also a bit sad when I heard it for the first time from the Global Fund representative in the country. And that's the reason why we started working on it. We are working closely together with the Minister of Health and then also with the Minister of Finance to make sure that we get.
So, the man who has the ears of the president regarding everything health, he's even begging and asking that whoever has to sign any paper should do the needful and sign. So it looks like everybody has spoken to the president and the president is not listening. Because if for more than 1 year, medicines that have been given to us for free are stuck at the port because we are demanding for money from the people who brought the medicine to us for free, for the benefit of our own people, then there's a problem. And there's a problem because we come together as a country, we go to parliament, and we have a tall list of foreign companies that we give them tax waivers. When they finish, they repatriate their dollars and take back to their countries. They are not citizens of our country. The citizens of our country who the president swore to protect, some have their lives hanging on the balance. In fact, some have died. They won't tell you. Because if you are supposed to be on a medication which will sustain your life, and you do not have the medication for a long time, you will die. One of two things. They won't tell you. So why would we give tax holidays to Cento, to B5, to all those companies, right? And then we decide that medicines that are for the sake of our people will be kept at the port for all these months. For all these months. I know that there was a meeting in Geneva. Dr. Bernard Akopua, good morning to you. You are the new health minister. You took over from Mr. Kwekwajima Menu. He was there when the medicines came. You were there. Admittedly, you have not been in office for far too long. But it is unacceptable, knowing that governance is a continuum, to have the medicine seated there. It's unacceptable, sir. Director General of Ghana Health Service, good morning to you. Dr. Patrick Kumabwaji, it is a disaster and a shameful sight. Good morning to you. Our minority and majority in Parliament, our health committee, you are all part of the Global Fund. We are all in the meeting when the white man spoke the way he spoke to you. And even me, even I, who was not in that meeting, I feel so ashamed on your behalf that somebody comes to give you a gift that you need, and then you ask the person to add money to the gift that he brought. The person obliges, and then now you say, oh, we can't clear. You have to come and add some more money to clear the gift that we need for our own sake and for that of our children. When you think about it, you want to agree with the gentleman who says a Netherlands passport is much more valuable than a PhD degree in Ghana. I love to learn. I have academic papers as well. So when somebody says that, it hits me. But if you look at what is happening, and you look at all the people in the room and all the people who can take the decision to release the drugs, and the drugs have been at the port for 1 whole year and more, you can only say that, well, we are deliberately leaving the drugs there for it to expire. Are we killing the people we claim to love? And then you have government officials going on there, some are dancing offbeat. Your house is burning. Wulome said, Jain sanum na grow dan dachu dan ebebwa ku nipa neba. What is wrong with us? Where are our priorities? We said that, oh, we know how to bring the economy back, but we don't know how to bring the lives of people back. President Akufo-Addo, you are quoted. WHO quoted you. They quoted you. You were quoted. You applauded for it. People's lives are now on the line. Will you rise to the occasion? Bring the open letter for me. Let's read it together for the president. Maybe that's the only issue we'll do today. Let's read the open letter for the president. If he has not heard, I'm sure now we can make him hear. Open letter to His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana, on the protracted issue of locked up Global Fund held commodities at Tema Port. It's dated the 11th of June 2024. Your Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, on April 8, 2024, a coalition of 6 civil society organizations whose area of operations focus on HIV and AIDS, tuberculosis and malaria organized a press conference to bring to the attention of the public the ugly situation of locked up held commodities donated by the Global Fund. The commodities valued at about $45 million have been wasting away at the port for more than 12 months now. They comprise medications for treatment of tuberculosis, artemisinin-based combination therapy for the treatment of malaria, insecticide-treated nets, rapid diagnostic tests, and gene expert cartridges, etc. When the news first broke, there were lots of reactions in both the traditional and social media across Ghana and the international community. Many were those who described the spectacle as unfortunate and unacceptable, as it was to be expected. Government responded to the news items, and the Ministry of Health hurriedly organized a press event to take delivery of 14 containers out of the 182 containers. Promise was then made that the remaining containers will be released within 1 week. There were some skeptics who described the removal of the 14 containers as a sham that was meant to throw dust into the eyes of the public. These skeptics pointed to the record of government in dealing with similar situations in the past. However, the leadership of the CSO's network weighed the gravity of the situation and came to the conclusion that no government, no matter how insensitive it may be, would enact public relations gimmick with an issue as delicate as medicines for its citizens. The CSO's network, therefore, placed a moratorium on all planned public demonstrations and gave government the opportunity to redeem itself. Well, as it turned out, the skeptics were right. 8 long weeks after the removal of the first set of containers, we are told that only an additional 48 have been released. All the remaining 120 containers are still gathering moss under the scorching sun, torrential rains, and corrosive winds at the port. Meanwhile, our health facilities have run out of stock of these same conditions. Ow! A country called Ghana. To describe the current situation as bizarre would be an understatement. The question many in the international community are asking is this a case of corruption or incompetence or sheer wickedness on the part of those who have the opportunity and responsibility to clear the commodities? Some are also asking whether the government of Ghana no longer has control over its ports because they do not understand how a sovereign state cannot clear donated health commodities from its ports. According to the Global Fund, in the history of the fund, they have never witnessed anything as dumbfounding as what is currently happening in Ghana. As a matter of record, on May 29, 2024, some senior officials of Global Fund held a side meeting with Ghana's delegation to the 77th World Assembly, a health assembly that took place in Geneva, Switzerland, and categorically reprimanded Ghana for its conduct with respect to the locked-up commodities. The officials described the current situation as an existential threat to the relations between the fund and Ghana, and without mincing words, they called for an expedited resolution of the matter, else the severing of ties.
The Ghana delegation was led by Health Minister Dr. Bernard Okoboy, and it included Dr. Patrick Kuma Boaji, Director General of Ghana Health Service, Dr. Franklin Asedu Bequin, Director of Public Health, Ghana Health Service, Dr. Boaji Da Costa, Chief Executive of the NHRA. The parliamentary delegation comprised Honorable Dr. Nana Ayu, Afriye Health Committee Chairman, Honorable Kwabna Mintakando, Ranking Member Adjoa Safo, Honorable Elizabeth Ofuswe Jari from the Ghana Country Coordinating Mechanism, the Global Fund. The delegation included Mr. Ernest Amwabing Otting and Mr. Samuel Hackman, Executive Secretary. Your Excellency, in view of the exigencies of the situation, the Ghana CCM has decided to publicly appeal to you to intervene in this matter by calling on you to support the Ministry of Health to work out a lasting solution to this seemingly intractable impasse. Our appeal to you is based on the fact that we are aware that when the Heal Komfo-Anokye project faced a similar situation in April 2024, government intervened and facilitated the clearance of the locked up items. We therefore hope that you will take action to save the situation, as Ghana cannot afford to lose the support of Global Fund at this crucial moment without a proper transitional plan. For the records, the inspirational behind the Global Fund is our own Kofi Annan of blessed memory, who during his tenure as Secretary General of the United Nations pushed for the establishment to support resource-constrained countries in their fight against HIV and AIDS, tuberculosis and malaria. Ghana is on record to have been the first country to sign a grant with the Global Fund. To date, the country has received $1.3 billion from the Global Fund. This is expected to hit $1.6 billion in about 3 years' time, because the fund currently has $248 million grant agreement with the country to support our fight against the 3 diseases, with additional $100 million for the health system strengthening spanning 2024 to 2026. Global Fund is thus very strategic partner to Ghana, and we need to desist from inactions that may jeopardize our relations with the fund. Since 2002, Ghana has never experienced this kind of challenges in receiving Global Fund commodities. So what has changed? We are aware of the fiscal paralysis facing the country post-COVID-19, especially with our macroeconomic indicators. But this cannot be an excuse for the current situation we find ourselves. This is because we are also aware that agencies such as UNICEF are encountering similar challenges with their health commodities at the ports. On this basis of the above, but without prejudice to our appeal, we would like to notify you that on June 25, 2024, we shall exercise our civic rights as citizens to stage a public demonstration to register our displeasure about this whole saga. We are committed and we are enthused about government's handling of this matter. As a country, we should never have sunk so low to this level, where we have now become the butt of international jokes and gossip. When we hit the streets, we shall formally present to you a petition that contains a litany of other issues currently marring our relationship with Global Fund and Adonis. Thank you, Your Excellency, in anticipation. I know, Mr. President, as I've said earlier in closing, that you don't want to be referred to as a clearing agent. But on this occasion, please be our clearing agent. That's the first appeal. Number 2, Mr. President, I know that you don't like it when people give you instructions of this nature. I remember Togbi Fiti. I remember many others who have told you about things that they thought you should do, that you had rubbished and later came back to do. But on this occasion, lives are at stake. Do it. I know that when you finish doing it, your communicators will come and be claiming funds and asking us to clap for you. And shamelessly, they will forget that we kept the things there for more than 1 year. But please do it anyway. Mr. President, and this is not the only one. You see the mention of UNICEF. There are other health NGOs that have brought free things into this country, clearing them to help clinics, and they are still at the port. I can tell you, I can give you a tall list of those ones. A tall list. Oliver, let's give them a quick prelude to what's going to happen tomorrow. There's an invoice that is targeted at Kolebu Teaching Hospital. LPG, right? Is it LPG or something? So this is Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Are they buying gas, oxygen? This invoice, look at it well. Focus on it. Look at it. Tomorrow, I'll bring you the full expose. Tomorrow, I shall bring you the full expose. This is a pro forma invoice. Kolebu will pay this money, or will they not? I leave it here. Please call me 055-924-2717 and 055-691